It's me. I'm back again. I want to talk about something that I was gonna say in my last video. I don't know which one of these videos. That's Grandma Rambling. This might be rambling too. But anyway, I want to ask y'all something. There's two artists I'm gonna talk about in this video, so this one might come first. I'm not sure. Today is February the 5th, 2025. Y'all know the Lord blessed us to see 2025. Thank you, Lord. I am so thankful. Y'all, the Lord let us see 2025. He didn't have to do it. He woke us up this morning. He had to do it, but I told y'all, if you want to listen to some rambling, that this might be not be some people's thing, but I want to share something with you that I oftentimes think about. Y'all know there are two artists, and maybe three, because James Brown, he said some things. But the main two artists I want to talk about is Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye. Now, don't y'all say anything negative about Marvin. I said Marvin Gaye. Some people said Marvin Gaye. You might hear his name a lot. And old people say, people turn over in the grave when they hear so and so and so. Y'all know they ain't turning over nothing, doing nothing. Because if you could move when you dead, you know what? They wouldn't put you in the ground. You still be up moving around, but you just be dead. So we know the dead ain't walking. The dead ain't talking. The dead ain't moving. But I digress. But y'all back in 70 something, Teddy Pendergrass, wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed, no more time for thinking ahead. Y'all remember he made that song and told everybody to wake up. He was saying, take care of the old people because they the one that catch all the hell. And y'all know they talking about cutting Social Security. They don't barely give us enough to live on now, but they want to cut that. So what we supposed to do? But you know what? Social Security is not my source. My Heavenly Father is my source. I thank them for the Social Security, but y'all know we work for that. So, but anyway, if y'all listen to it now, hold on. He said the world has changed from what it used to be. And he was saying there's so much hatred, war, and poverty. Y'all know the man was telling the truth. I'm going to try to pull it up. I wouldn't watch that 1,000-pound sister, but I digress, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to find it and I'm going to try to get the lyrics. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. And y'all, these people were before their time. I tell everybody, I said, they were before their time. That's probably why they're gone. They was way ahead of their times, y'all. Listen to those songs. And no more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Telling the teachers to wake up. Time to teach a new way. They are teaching a new way. The children being taught with computers. All of them got their own computers. I don't see the teachers standing up to the blackboard like went out. So what do these children learn? Electronic. They go to school, head stuck in electronic. They come home, head stuck in electronic. Maybe when you teach a new way, maybe the children will listen to what you got to say. There ain't nobody listening to nothing. That's the problem. Y'all know you can be talking to children, they don't pay no attention. They're not paying attention to anything you're saying because they think they know everything. You know, Stevie Wonder made a song say, he's Mr. Know-It-All. There's so many Mr. and Mrs. Know-It-All. No one person know it all, y'all. And they're the one that's coming up, talking about children, and the world is in their hands. Now, we got the world all messed up. What are we leaving the children? And then they don't know how to survive. Y'all seen The Walking Dead where these people had to go in the house and they had to do this and they had to do that? You gotta it if if they take an old school building and people could get in to figure out a way to lock it up, keep themselves safe, what you gonna survive with? Don't know how to survive. But we need some survival skills to make it in this world. The world won't get no better. We got to change it, just you and me. Well, they changing it, ain't they? I don't know about whether you and me doing any changing, but I know they ain't asked me my opinion on nothing. I don't know about them asking you. The doctor, he telling the doctor to wake up and make the old people well because they're the one who suffer and catch all the hell. You know, one thing I learned when you start to get old and some of these doctors, you think they care about your well-being, but you know what? They just as well let you lay there and die. I heard so many horror stories about doctors doing this and doctors doing that, but I thank God He sent me some good doctors. And the old people don't have too long before their judgment day. Well, make them happy before they pass away. They're making us sad because they're talking about cutting Social Security. Half of my bald head, and I ain't got no bald head. All that stuff. That was Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Let me see. I don't know if I'll get hold up. Okay, now we get into Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Okay. He said, Mothers, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's too many of you that y'all know we're losing. That there have been some women that have lost their lives, because of whatever. But y'all, you look at little Emmett Till. We look at, and happy Black History Month, y'all. Look at George Floyd. Look at uh, Trayvon Martin and Sandra Blanton and all those people. Y'all, we still trying to find out what's going on. Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass were back in the 70s something. And y'all, it's 2025. We still can't answer that question. What's going on? What's going on? They walk in and, the men shake hands, women hug and everything. Like when you go to a house party and everything. And the men be like, hey, brother, what's happening? And the men would say, oh, everything is everything. That's what Marvin had in the front of his. Because when I went to New York, y'all heard me mention this a lot of times, and we would go to an outing that's a party or something, and that's how it was, I was with my date, and we come in, and we'll greet whoever's there, and the guys, they got that little, I don't know how to shake, but they would do something like this or, whatever. And the women, first thing they're going to talk about, oh, girl, you look so good tonight. Oh, look what you got on. Woo, child. God, remember when pantyhose first came out, y'all. And I'm going to get back to Marvin. Y'all know I'm not going to leave him in the dust. And we went to a get-together, me and my date. And my girlfriend, who is also my best friend up until this day, we've been best friend, BFF since childhood, y'all. Lived in the same neighborhood. And she went to New York a little before I did, because she and her husband, because they got married, he was her high school sweetheart. And where she was his, or however it goes. And when we got there, she said, girl, how you heard about this thing they call pantyhose? Because we used to have to put on the stockings with the garters or the girdle to hold the stockings up. Yes, we did, y'all. We didn't always have pantyhose. And I was like, yeah, girl, I got on pantyhose now. She's, you'd be like, wait, which store you went to get your? And we were skinny as a rail, y'all. I ain't but so big now, but you know, I was probably 40 pounds lighter at that time, maybe 50. Then I was barely tipping the scale at 100 pounds for women. Anyway, yes, that was where we did. Let me pause this. So we, excuse me, we got to find a way to bring some loving here today, y'all. I've been saying this all along. Dusty Springfield or somebody made a song. What the world needs now is love. The world needs love. Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer. Falling in love can conquer hate, y'all. If we will love one another instead of hate, we all could get together. You know what that guy said at the time? Can't we all get along? Can't we all just get along? The world is becoming a sad place to live, y'all. But you know what? You have that joy, that peace in your heart. The Bible tells us about this peace that surpasses all understanding. When you got that peace and you can sit, fold your arms up and cross your legs, pat your feet, whatever you want to do. I love sitting on the couch in Indian style. Yeah, even at an old age, I do that. And sit here just, and don't have no TV on. I could get me a crossword puzzle. I want those adult coloring books. I got some of both of it right here. We got, my husband and I, we got puzzles. We got Chinese checkers. We got regular checkers. Whole lot of things we could do that don't involve electricity if they turn it off. Yeah, be sitting in the dark, but there's a lot of things you can use for light. So I've been telling y'all to prepare. Let me see what else Marvin said. Picket line and picket sign. Don't punish me with brutality. Going on. They're still, and y'all know from 1970 whatever until 2025, we still don't know what's going on. We don't. Talk to me. Then you'll know what's going on. So we talk to one another and get an understanding. I'm going to leave that right there. Hold on one second. They will always say, right on. Black power. Marvin Gaye said, right on. They think we're wrong, but who are they to judge us because our hair is long? When these, whoever wrote, I don't know if Marvin wrote this, who wrote Harold Melvin and the Blue Note, then James Brown, when they were trying to make us feel all bad about ourselves and saying stuff about us, Rosa Parks could have got off that bus. She could have gave her seat up. But she was just as tired as the next person. She said, I'm going to sit in the seat and I'm going home. I'm going to go sit home and rest my bones. Yeah, this is Black History Month. And all our history is not filled with sadness and tragedies. But we do need to wake up. The prices of food is soaring. You woke? Mm-hmm. They're taking over things they shouldn't be taking over. You woke? When you go to the voting booth, do that show that you woke? Or when you go to the voting booth, did you find out what after the votes were tallied? Did we find out what was going on? We still Marvin in his grave, and we still ain't found out what's going on. So we need, and another thing we need to have y'all compassion. We need to have compassion for one another. We need to have that empathy. Everybody don't have that. Everybody, everybody not built the same way. I was raised another one way. You were raised another way. My husband was raised this way. Cause basically, just about everybody I know was raised the way I was raised. Back then, that was the norm. We would have games out in the yard. I remember when my grandparents was giving this big merry-go-round. You always got all them children in your yard, and I guess he wanted to get rid of out of his. And we be out there playing on the merry-go-round just like we was at a playground, and it was a big merry-go-round too. Cause my grandma, my maternal grandma, some days I bet you she would have 20 grandchildren there, and that was probably one and a half of what she had. All the girls would sit down and play mud cakes. Sometimes the boys would join us making mud cake. But y'all, you ain't lived till you sat down in the dirt and played mud cakes, okay? Yes. Or when the grass, there would be a certain type of grass that would grow, and we would call it hair. And we would sit down, and this spot here would be where my girl is, and this spot over here might be my cousin girl. And we would take that grass, and we would take a little stick to use like a comb to part the hair, make plaits, and make. We sure did, y'all. Out in the yard all day long. Or my grandma might have us planting flowers or helping her keep up with what she had in the garden. Pick some tomatoes or something and bring them in the house. And I'm allergic to tomatoes now, but I've never been a tomato eater, you know. But y'all, they asked us then what's going on. And Teddy, James Brown came along. He put the icing on the cake after so much stuff was going on to make us sad. He would say, I'm black and I'm proud. He said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Y'all know what? I am so proud of my family have a place in history. My great grandpa, he had his land marker in the town where we're from. There was a book written about my great grandpa when he had baseball teams. My uncle Lefty, Lefty, some knew him as Junior. He struck out Willie Mays, y'all. And I think it was on the baseball field that my grandfather had. Now, that baseball field now is our family cemetery. Yes. Yes.
At US Cellular, Oops. You don't have to choose between a great...
I just want to get that out. But let's wake up. We all see what's going on. We see it, but we don't know how to answer the question, what's going on? We look at TV now, and we're like, what in the world? And I know sometimes my husband watching a news picture and I'm watching something else. I might be in the kitchen cooking or in the dining room on the computer, getting some stuff right to put in my Amazon store, and I'm going to start up. I got some Starbucks cups, y'all, for sale that I will be putting out for sale. But anyway, he might be watching something, and I'll come here. He'll say, "Come look at this," and I said, "What in the world is going on?" Getting back to Marv, what's going on? We don't know. SHM, shaking my head or scratching my head. I'm going to let that HSM stand for scratching my head, because sometimes you see something and you're like, what in the world? Or some old people might say, I'll be John Brown. You be whoever you want to be, but if you ain't right, don't you step out there. Because if you ain't right and you go out there wrong, yeah, they'll send you back. But you might not like the way they send you back. But we all need to get together. We need to love one another. Make it your business to show love, y'all. Cause you don't know you don't know what a person. Sometimes you can walk in a store and you say something nice to somebody. You know they might be getting over something traumatic. They might be on the verge of divorce. They might have been thinking suicide. But somebody came up and was nice to them, and said something nice to them, and smiled at them, and you know, that's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take. But y'all, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for hanging in there. I'm lacking a few. I think I'm lacking maybe 90 something hours to have my first 1,000 watch hours, y'all. So I want to pump out these videos just like I be pumping my pump when I was a little girl. Then most of the time, speaking of the pump, most of the time the boys went and got the water. That's one thing I know was my brother's job. And I had a lot of brothers. So one or the other was supposed to go to the pump, take the pail. And y'all know back then we had a pail of water that was sitting right out in the open with a dipper in it. You want some water? You go to that pail. It was a galvanized pail. Y'all, I remember all this stuff. And sometimes you might get a glass, and sometimes you might just take a dip and get you a sip of the water and put the dipper back down. It sure did. And none of us got sick. But when we did get sick, Mama had those home remedies. And I use some of those remedies right now. When something come up, I try to put my thinking cap on and remember. I'm trying to remember, y'all pull that stuff out the back of your mind with all them cobwebs on and use that information. I'm going to start writing down stuff that come up. Sometimes I have flashbacks. That's when I need, y'all know, my girl Lynn from, what is it, this little shed of mine. She talks about how she loved pencil and paper. Baby, I would aim to tell you one day I'm right there with you. Because usually, and y'all see my mouse is just an old Bible book. Bible Pathway Ministries. I think the Daily Bread is in here. That's what I use for a mouse, y'all. So, I done lost my train of thought, y'all. Anyway, okay, I got you. I'm dead. So, I love paper and pencil or different little books and stuff. Sometimes when me and my husband get ready to go somewhere, and I got my pocketbook, then I got a tote bag. Cause I got my phone, but I'm gonna have my tablet. Cause I can see stuff bigger on my tablet. And I got a tablet, what my grandchildren call notebook. So maybe I should say notebook so everybody can follow. I got my notebook cause I never know when I'm gonna run across something. I need to write something down cause I'm 73 years old. I can't, this noggin might not remember everything that I said I want to remember. So I got me a pencil. And I look, y'all, tell me what you do to find a good writing pen, because every time I find one, it's gone. I love gel pens. And there's a certain one I get from Walmart, and every time I go there and they got some, they come 2 in a pack for 88 cents. And usually when I go and they got some, I get at least 3 packs. Because I know my gel ink pens and Kleenex is one thing I can know that I'm going to have in my handbag or pocketbook, whatever you want to call it. And he said, where you going with all this mess? I said, I might need something to write down, and I got my towel. He said, oh, come on. So he'll get it, and I got my pocketbook and everything. We put the alarm on the house, and then we good to go. And we riding. And I'm trying to think of ideas to make videos. I said one day I'm gonna find something to make a video of, and it's gonna go viral. I don't know what's gonna be, y'all, but one day I'm gonna strike gold. But anyway, we need to show love, and let's all wake up. Cause like I said, we never seen the price of eggs like it is today. Gonna be a lot of stuff people gonna be cooking that's supposed to have eggs in it. They either gonna not cook it or they gonna figure out a way to cook it without having eggs. Now, we need to find different ways to fix food so we won't, if there come a time when a certain ingredient we can't get anymore, learn how, to substitute. Cause y'all remember that red and white chicken cookbook? Everybody had one. I had one, but I don't know what happened to it. But if I go to a thrift store and find one, I don't know whether it's Julia Childs or whoever bought that book. I used to have a stack of cookbooks, y'all. And I would make this. That's how I learned to make different recipes. But I would simplify them. Cause I won't go and try to get all that stuff. I simplified the recipe and make it, and my family loved it just as well. So today on the menu, we have chicken pot pie. The other day I boiled a heap of chicken. My husband loved homemade chicken salad. And he loved chicken pot pie. Y'all heard me before say a lot of this stuff. I can't eat chicken, but I used to love to put my garlic salt and all these different stuff in it. But now with me having issues trying to keep my pressure right, making sure my heart stay healthy, making sure my inner workings, my kidneys is healthy and everything. So I can't deal with all those things. So now I just use a little paprika, I don't use the garlic salt and onion salt like I used to. So if I use garlic salt, I don't put regular table salt. Or I'll use garlic powder and just a little teeny bit. Because my cardiologist told me it's better for me to put the salt on my food when I get ready to eat it. That way I will eat less salt. So that's starting to work. So I'm going to make chicken pot pie. Some people call it chicken and dumpling. But the chicken I'm going to use for my for my chicken salad, I'm going to freeze that for another day. Because if I make chicken pot pie, and like I tell y'all right now, I haven't learned just to cook for 2 people. If I go in there to make some soup for me and my husband, I got a pot enough that I could bottle that and sell it. And none of my sisters and brothers don't live close to me. I would love if they live close. And I could call and say, if you buy the house, come by the house and bring a bowl. I give you some of this soup. Or I make chili. Or I make my chili mat. So now I'm going to make my husband chicken pot pie today. And my grandchildren love it. They love for me to make chili mat. So I told them when the summertime comes, I'm going to go round to each of them house and spend the night and make their favorites. Because one might like my chili mat. One might like my spaghetti, and one might like my chicken pot pie and different stuff. Oh, and my tuna. My daughter loves me to make tuna salad when I'm at her house. So when I go to her house, I'll make chili mat, because my grandson loved that. And I'll make tuna, and my granddaughter loves chicken pot pie. And some call it chicken and dumpling. When I make my chicken pot pie, I put a can of garden peas in. Right before I get ready to turn it off, I put my garden peas in. Because y'all know, or sweet peas, whatever you call it. It don't take much for them, because my grandma said they basically cook when they come out the can. All you got to do is warm them up. So I already got seasoning in there. So right within the last 5 minutes when I'm getting ready before I turn it off. Because y'all know if you cook on an electric stove, here's a little hint I'm giving you free. If you cooking something, this video is about 30 minutes. If you're cooking something, when you get to your last few minutes, turn the stove off. You're cooking for free. Because that element stays hot for a long time. That's why when you're cooking something and you cook it at the last minute, you turn the stove off and it's still cooking, you got to take it off the burner, because the element, you're getting with the stove off, that little last few minutes cooking for free. But anyway, if y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna call this grandma rambling. I probably just have Teddy said wake up and Marvin asked what's going on, okay? Or something. Anyway, I thank you for hanging in there with me. I gotta go and make a haul. And I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share, and comment. And I love y'all, and ain't a thing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? I love you. There was a song one that y'all know I bring everything back to somebody's music. Okay, bye bye.